The Cy Young Award is baseball's most prestigious pitching award. Created in 1956 and named after baseball's only 500-game winner, Cy Young himself, this award has, from 1956 to 1966, crowned the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. From 1967 until the present, the award has been split into one AL version and an NL version, crowning 2 pitchers each year. With the 2024 playoffs having just begun, and both presumptive Cy Young Award winners, Chris Sale and Tarek Skubal, both pitching in the playoffs, I got the idea. How have Cy Youngs, in their Cy Young season, performed in their playoffs if their teams made it there? For the purpose of this video not taking 5 years to get out, we'll be looking back until the 2010 season, giving us 14 seasons, not counting 2024, to analyze how well Cy Young winners have pitched in October. A quick note before we begin. I won't be analyzing the Cy Young winners outing by outing in their respective October runs like I have with Clayton Kershaw and Madison Bumgarner for their careers, insert shameless plug here. We're just going to be assessing their cumulative performance over their respective playoff run with a quick recap of each individual outing if necessary. The goal is, as previously mentioned, to see how Cy Youngs hold up in the playoffs after their award-winning regular seasons, and how many of them never got the chance to show their stuff in October. A former Cy Young winner reaching the playoffs at an earlier or later part of their career has no merit on this. It's merely, you won the Cy Young in this year, how did you do in that year's playoff? We begin in 2023. As previously stated, I will not be considering 2024 for this video as the 2 Cy Young Awards have not yet been given out. In 2023, the 2 Cy Young Award winners were Garrett Cole in the American League and Blake Snell in the National League. Garrett Cole played for the Yankees, who didn't make the playoffs. So Garrett Cole didn't pitch in October that year. As for Blake Snell and the Padres, they also missed the playoffs, finishing with an identical record to the Yankees at 82-80, making this a bit of a bummer to start. In 2022, the 2 Cy Young Award winners were Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros and Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins. If you'll remember, this is the year where most valuable pitcher was spelled wrong on the award. Anyway, Justin Verlander pitched in the playoffs this year as the Houston Astros would go on to win the World Series this year. In total, Verlander pitched 4 games, racking up a 2-0 win and loss record with his team going 3-1 in his starts. He pitched a total of 20 innings, giving up 13 earned runs for a total ERA of 5.85. As for Sandy Alcantara and the Marlins, they finished 69-93 and missed the playoffs entirely. So, out of the first 4 Cy Young winners we've discussed, only one of them has made the playoffs, and that was Justin Verlander. With that, we now move on to 2021, where the winners were Robbie Ray of the Toronto Blue Jays and Corbin Burnes of the Milwaukee Brewers. The Blue Jays, despite finishing 91-71 in Ray's Cy Young season, barely missed the playoffs by, I believe to remember, a game or 2 that denied Ray the opportunity to pitch in the playoffs that year. However, Corbin Burnes did pitch in the playoffs. He pitched 1 game, getting a no decision, while his team would go on to win that game. He pitched a total of 6 innings, allowing no earned runs for an ERA of a flat 0. Milwaukee would go on to lose the NLDS 3-1 to the Braves. Next up on our list, 2020, the COVID year, meaning the playoffs were expanded, so the Cy Young Award winners theoretically had a higher chance of making the playoffs with their respective teams, and both of them did. Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians won it in the AL, whereas Trevor Bauer for the Cincinnati Reds won it in the National League. Both of them would make only 1 playoff start, and they were polar opposites. Shane Bieber, 4 2/3, 7 earned runs for an ERA of 13.5 against the Yankees. Cleveland would go on to lose the wildcard series to the Yankees, meaning Bieber didn't pitch again. As for Trevor Bauer, he also pitched only 1 game in the wildcard round. However, he went 7 2/3, giving up no earned runs for an ERA of, again, a flat 0. Trevor Bauer would unfortunately rack up a no decision in his start, as he was locked in a pitcher's duel with Max Fried, who also went 7 shutout, and the Braves would go on to win this game in the 13th inning by a score of 1-0, meaning Bauer also didn't get the chance to pitch a second playoff start in 2020. In that 2019 season, the 2 Cy Young Award winners were, once again, Justin Verlander of the Houston Astros and Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets. Whereas deGrom and the Mets would miss the playoffs with a combined 86-76 record, Justin Verlander's Astros would once again make their way to the World Series, this time losing in Game 7 to the Washington Nationals. On this playoff run, Justin Verlander threw 6 games, going 1-4 where his team went 2-4 in his starts. Combined, he pitched 35 1/3 inning, allowing 17 earned runs for an ERA of 4.33. 2018 is quite the easy year to talk about. Blake Snell of Tampa Bay Rays and Jacob deGrom of the New York Mets. The Rays went 90-72 and missed the playoffs, so Snell didn't pitch. DeGrom and the Mets went 77-85 and also missed the playoffs, meaning we're moving right along to 2017. In 2017, the two Cy Young Award winners were Corey Kluber for the Cleveland Indians at the time in the American League, and Max Scherzer for the Washington Nationals in the National League. Both of them would pitch 2 games, with both teams going out in their respective division series. Kluber pitched 2 games against the New York Yankees, pitching a total of 6 1/3 innings, giving up 9 earned runs for an ERA of 12.79. Scherzer pitched quite a bit better, totaled 7 1/3 and gave up just 3 earned runs, 5 runs total for an ERA of 3.68. He was really good against the Cubs in his only start of that series, going 6 1/3 innings with just 1 earned run, but he was quite bad when he came out in relief later in that series, going just 1 inning with 2 earned runs and 4 runs total. With both Cy Young winners again exiting the playoffs early, we move on to 2016, where the two Cy Young Award winners were Rick Porcello in a very controversial Cy Young race against Justin Verlander, and Max Scherzer yet again. Porcello would pitch just once, going 4 1/3 innings with 5 earned runs for an ERA of 10.38 against the Cleveland Indians. Boston would end up getting swept by the Cleveland Indians 3-0 in the division series, ending Porcello's playoff run early. Scherzer, on the other hand, would pitch twice against the Dodgers in the NLDS. He went a combined 12 innings pitched, giving up a total of 5 earned runs for an ERA of 3.75. He would last 6 innings in each game, giving up 4 earned runs in Game 1 and 1 earned run in the decisive Game 5. Moving on now to 2015, we again have both Cy Young winners making the playoffs. That was Keuchel of the Houston Astros and Jake Arrieta of the Chicago Cubs. Keuchel would throw in 3 games, totaling 14 innings, giving up just 4 earned runs for an ERA of 2.57. In total, Keuchel pitched the wildcard game against the Yankees, going 6 scoreless, getting a win, NLDS Game 3 against the Royals, pitching 7 innings of 1-run ball, and would make a terrible relief appearance in Game 5 of the ALDS, pitching 1 inning and giving up 3 earned runs. Arrieta, on the other hand, would also pitch 3 games, totaling 19 2/3 innings with 8 earned runs, good for an ERA of 3.66. That brings us back to 2014, where Corey Kluber of the Cleveland Indians at the time won his first Cy Young Award in a year where the Indians missed the playoffs with a record of 85-77. On the National League side of things, the Cy Young Award winner was Clayton Kershaw, whose Dodgers, it's the mid-2010s, of course they made the playoffs. Kershaw would pitch just twice, as the Dodgers would lose the NLDS 3-1 to the Cardinals. He had a blow-up in Game 1, lasting 6 2/3 innings, but giving up 8 earned runs, 6 of which came in the 7th inning, but I digress. He was then okay in Game 4, going 6 innings and giving up 3 earned runs. Going back now to 2013, we have Max Scherzer winning the AL Cy Young Award this time, as he was a member of the Detroit Tigers at the time. On the National League side, Clayton Kershaw would claim the award, once again with the LA Dodgers. Both of these guys would pitch 4 times. Scherzer would pitch a total of 22 1/3 innings, allowing 7 earned runs for an ERA of 2.82. On the National League side, Kershaw's Dodgers also made it to their championship series. Kershaw totaled 23 innings, allowing 8 earned runs, 11 runs total, good for an ERA of 3.13. David Price won the award in the AL for the Tampa Bay Rays, who missed the playoffs going 90-72 in a highly competitive AL East. On the National League side, R.A. Dickey, the knuckleballer, claimed the award for the New York Mets. However, the Mets don't make the playoffs with Cy Young, so they finished 74-88, missing out entirely. And so, after another bummer of a year, we move on to 2011, where the 2 winners were Justin Verlander of the Detroit Tigers and Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Verlander had yet another deep postseason run in his Cy Young year, pitching a total of 20 1/3 innings, allowing 12 earned runs, good for an ERA of 5.31 in 4 games. For Kershaw's Dodgers, they missed the playoffs, going just 82-79 in the 2011 season. The 2 Cy Young Award winners in 2010 were, in the American League, Felix Hernandez of the Seattle Mariners, who of course lost 101 games and missed the playoffs. In the National League, the Cy Young Award winner was Doc Holliday. Holliday and the Phillies would go on a pretty deep postseason run, falling in the NLCS in Game 6 to the San Francisco Giants. Of course, everyone remembers Doc's first outing in this postseason run, throwing a no-hitter in the National League Division Series in Game 1. He'd then go on to pitch 7 innings of 4 earned runs in the NLCS in Game 1 against the Giants, and 6 innings of 2-run ball in the NLCS Game 5. Now that we've covered every year up until 2010, let's look at the facts. In general, we have 3 seasons, 2023, 2018, and 2012, where no Cy Young Award winners pitched in the playoffs. We have 6 seasons, that being 2022, 2021, 2019, 2014, 2011, and 2010, where only 1 Cy Young made the playoffs. That splits up to 3 times for each league, the AL being the league to make it in 2022, 2019, and 2011, and the National League taking 2021, 2014, and 2010. Additionally, we have 5 seasons, those being 2020, 2017, 16 and 15, and 2013, where both Cy Young Award winners reached the playoffs. We'll begin with the 8 AL Cy Youngs that made the playoffs in this time. In total, they had 1 wildcard exit, that being Bieber in 2020, 3 ALDS exits with Kluber in 2017, Porcello in 2016, and Keuchel in 2015. 2 ALCS exits, Max Scherzer in 2013 and Justin Verlander in 2011. 2 World Series appearances with Verlander both in 2019 and 2020, and 1 World Series win, Verlander in 2022. In total, AL Cy Youngs combined for 24 outings spanning 122 1/3 innings. Combined, they gave up 71 earned runs for an ERA of 5.22, going 9-9 in the win-loss column. The NL Cy Youngs, on the other hand, also had 8 playoff bursts to their name, with 1 wildcard exit, that being Trevor Bauer in 2020, 4 NLDS exits with Corbin Burnes in 2021, Max Scherzer in 2017 and 16, and Clayton Kershaw in 2014, as well as 3 NLCS exits, with Arrieta in 2015, Kershaw in 2013, and Holliday in 2010. NL Cy Youngs did not have a World Series appearance, and of course thus no World Series wins in this time frame. All things combined, NL Cy Youngs made 18 playoff outings spanning 110 1/3 innings, giving up 41 earned runs total for a total ERA of 3.34, going 5-8 wins and losses. Looking at the numbers side by side, we can see that the NL was better on a rate basis, but the AL Cy Youngs do have the advantage when it comes to outings and volume. In total, the Cy Youngs made 16 playoff berths, which counts for 57.14% of Cy Young winners making the playoffs, and they'd win 1 World Series in doing so. As mentioned, that was Verlander in 2022. Combined, they made 44 outings, spanning 232 2/3 innings, with a win-loss record of 14 and 17, which on the surface doesn't look great. They gave up a combined 112 earned runs, for a combined ERA of 4.34, which for Cy Young Award winners isn't exactly what you'd expect. I did some number crunching and research, and these numbers are akin to playoff Kershaw, who made a total of 39 outings, spanning 194 1/3 innings, giving up 97 earned runs for an ERA of 4.49. To give some context, the 5 highest playoff ERAs, single season playoff ERAs mind you, are Bieber in 2020 with 13.5, Kluber in 2017 with a 12.79, Porcello in 2016 with 10.38, Kershaw in 2014 with a 7.82, and rounding out the top 5, Justin Verlander in 2022 with a 5.85 ERA. On the other side of that coin, we have the lowest ERAs. Those are Corbin Burnes in 2021 and Trevor Bauer in 2020, who both had an ERA of 0, Roy Halladay in 2010, who had an ERA of 2.45, Dallas Keuchel in 2015 with a 2.57, Max Scherzer in 2013 with a 2.82, and rounding out the top 5 best ERAs, Clayton Kershaw in 2013 with an ERA of 3.13. With all the stats now out of the way, let's draw some conclusions and see what we've done here. Over the last 14 years, again not counting 2024 with Sale and Skubal, as they haven't won the award yet, the awards are given after the playoffs. Having a Cy Young regular season often has not equated to having a Cy Young postseason. As we've proven, the numbers just are not great. And the last time a Cy Young winner won the World Series before Justin Verlander in 2022 was Randy Johnson in 2001 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, does this prove anything? No. Some Cy Youngs have performed in the playoffs, some haven't. Some made it to the playoffs, some didn't. That's baseball. If anything, this video just serves as a reminder that one player, no matter how good and no matter what award they won, can carry a team to a World Series alone. And with that, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little quick analysis of Cy Young winners and the postseason. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a nice comment with maybe suggestions, feedback, and whatnot. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.